Hi everyone, welcome to this brand new lecture. In previous lecture we had seen Python arithmetic operations. In this lecture we are going to see the Python data types. These data types are available in the Python as a native data types, like the text data type, which is also known as the string, numerical types like integer, float and the complex numbers, a sequence type like list, tuple and the range, the map type like list, set types like set and the frozen set, Boolean type, that's the Boolean where you will be getting the final result as the true or false, a binary types like the bytes array and the memory view, and then you have the finally the none type. Let's go ahead and see all of these, the data types one by one, and then you see how you can assign a variable for these data types and how you can get the type of the data. For example, if you already have some number or any type of the data, you want to get the type of that data, you can simply type their type and then you can put your data inside that. Then it says that this is the integer type. At the same time, if you put there the 0.0, you will be getting here a float data type. Suppose that if you put here some string numbers, something like that, you will be getting here str, that's the string data type here. You can also give the name of the variable there, something like this, or the value of the variable in fact. Otherwise, you can also assign this into a new variable. Suppose that here, I'm gonna say here string text is equal to, this is string. This is the variable. I assigned this value in a variable named as string text. Let's go ahead and get the type of string text variable. There I get here string text where this is str. Similarly, you can assign the variable to any other numbers as well. I mean to say that these numbers to any other variables as well. And then you can get the type of the variable, something like this. Or you can say something like this, where you get the float or any other type of the data types. Let's go ahead and see how you can get the complex data type. To get the complex data type, you need to put there j as the postfix after the number. So suppose that I put here 1j, that becomes a complex. You might have heard some numbers, something like 1 plus 1j, that becomes the complex number. So this one is the real part of this complex number and this one is the imaginary part of the complex number there. Similarly, you can get the type of the list there as well. We have not read the list as of now, but for time being, whenever these array are defined inside square bracket, then those are a list there. Alright, when these are defined into a round bracket, then these becomes there. Then these becomes their tuple. Suppose that something like this. And when these are defined into a curly braces, then those becomes as a set. So we will discuss about list, tuple and dictionary, all these in the coming lectures. For time being, you just know that these are the types which we can know there. Similarly, we can get the type of the none as well. That's the none type there. Other than that, you can get the Boolean type, like we have seen some of these, and similarly, you can set the byte as well. So something like that. In a Boolean, we have a true and false number. So if you get their type of these true and the false, you will be getting there a Boolean type. Similarly, you can get the byte array or a byte type as well. Suppose that a string is defined with the prefix of the b, then that becomes as the byte, something like this, let's say. Then this becomes as the bytes. All right, so whatever the string we have here internally, now that becomes byte. If we remove that b, then it becomes their string. All right, similarly, we can say that the bytes array as well. Suppose that you define their a number, something like that, bytes array, and inside that you give there something like this. Just second, somewhere I missed that. This is the byte array. All right. So what happens whenever you convert any numbers or any numbers or value into a byte array, then that becomes into hexadecimal value. One thing you should know here, that it takes their string value there. So this string value got converted into a bytes array there. All right. So this bytes array defines their integer number 3 there. All right. You can convert other numbers as well here, something like that. Now you see there the 5, that's mean 1, 2, 3, 4 and the 5. If you define there 1, then it becomes there just 1. So something like that it is defining there. And if you get the type of this bytes array, you will be getting there the type of this as the byte array. All right. Perfect. So this is all about in this lecture. In the next lecture, we will see few more features of the Python. All right. I'll see you then.